Hi guys, this is Vanessa. This is episode 2 of my web series. Thank you so much for coming back. In my first episode, I discussed how I felt after being laid off. It was definitely a hard day, and today I'm gonna talk to you about a couple of afterthoughts. It's been a week now, and I've had time to process how I feel, how I can cope with the situation, and I'm very happy to say that I've come up with certain mechanisms that I think you can also use to your benefit. And I really want to talk about creating a routine. So today, that's what we're going to tackle. When you get laid off and when you've processed your thoughts, we went over a couple of techniques of how to deal with the situation. You really want to try and find solace. I think that's probably the best thing to do after a situation like this. So you're trying to stay level-headed. You don't want to get too wrapped up in your thoughts. So because you have all this free time now available, you're kind of thinking to yourself, what am I going to do with all my days? How can I make these days productive? And I would say the best way to tackle that is really to build a routine. And there are different ways to go about this. So I'm going to share with you today how I built my routine this week. So a typical day. Again, this can vary depending on obviously your situation, different factors, if you want to include networking, if you want to include meeting people. But I think a good way to structure a day has to include 4 things. So first thing, it has to include sports. Sports are super important. Dedicate one part of your day to do something sporty that you like. It can be running, it can be an aerobics class, it can be yoga, if that works for you, but some kind of sport or physical activity just to get your mind off of it and to put yourself in full gear mode. Like, I'm ready to tackle, I'm ready to be a warrior. I think it's one of the best ways to get your energy level up, to set yourself up for the day. It's honestly one of the best ways to start your day, and if you have the opportunity to do that first thing in the morning, again, if you are more of a night person, you can do it at night. If you are more of a morning person, do it in the morning. But pick your sport and stick to it. It's also a good example of consistency and discipline, and this will definitely put you on the route towards finding the next step or the next job you're going to tackle. So remember, sports, at least an hour, I would say an hour and a half. So I've been alternating between swimming and tennis, 2 sports that I love, especially in the summer. They're out of the gym context because I love to be outside. I don't want to be confined in a space. I want to experience nature as best I can, and both tennis and swimming allow me to express myself. Obviously, swimming is easier when you're one person. Tennis, you might be dependent on a partner. So depending on what your availabilities are, if you happen to have a partner where you can play tennis, great. If you can do it once or twice a week. But if not, swimming is a great exercise. It's a full body workout. If you're like me, you love being in the water, and summer gives you a chance to express that. So sports is one thing, first thing. Second thing, meditation. Meditating at least 10 to 15 minutes every day. Pick the time of day that you want. It can be in the morning, it can be at night, it can be even in between meals. Just find a space where you can clear your mind. It will improve your focus. It will definitely give you the peace, the tranquility. It'll restore confidence. it is absolutely necessary, I think, to meditate in order to properly sort out your thoughts. When you get laid off, you tend to question everything and rethink things, and you tend to want to just jump back in there and find another job right away to figure, oh my God, I'm not going to waste time. No, meditate, give yourself this pleasure, tell yourself this is definitely a period in your life you may never experience again, and you have to make the most of it. So I think meditation will definitely have a calming effect, and if anything, it's very, very soothing. I use the app Calm, which is a great app because it offers so many different functions. If you like to meditate, if you like guided meditations, Calm has different options. They have ambient sounds, they have music, they have even actors who will, give their own types of meditation. It's been a great app for me, so I definitely recommend Calm. It's worked wonders, and it's very user-friendly, very easy to use. You just download it on your phone, completely free. I recommend. Third thing, I would say save some time to, I would say 1 or 2 hours to either network, get in touch with people that you know, people that respect you, and send some CVs out. So again, this is only 2 to 3 hours of your day. Can't take up your whole day because in order to be the most effective possible, you are only going to be as productive as you can in 2 or 3 hours. That's how I can best sort out my days. In these 2 or 3 hours, I make sure I send out a few emails. I make sure I connect with people that might interest me on LinkedIn. And I just discovered also an app called Shaper. And Shaper is a great networking app. I definitely recommend that. So again, this job search work that you're going to be doing daily, do it 2 to 3 hours. That's probably as efficient and as effective as you can be. It really gives you space to garner energy through sports and meditation to get to that point. And either way, it is partly a numbers game, but it's also energy. You have to have the right energy when you're putting in the work, when you're reaching out to these contacts, when you're making, when you're doing your networking. You have to listen. You have to be in the right mind space. You have to be on your A game. How can you be on your A game? Build yourself up to it. So again, 2 to 3 hours. Fourth thing is treating yourself. So, this can vary in so many ways. Again, guys, this is really up to your pleasing. I gave myself a manicure yesterday. I'm getting ready for a wedding this weekend, so manicure seemed like the most appropriate thing. It gave me a chance to relax after my 2-3 hours of hosting. And it was a great way to celebrate. Another idea might be to, go out for dinner, go grab a drink, go to a live show, live music, whatever makes you feel good. Again, it's a little reward. Again, you don't have to do this every time, but I do believe something as simple as like cooking a great meal for dinner could be a very rewarding, satisfactory thing. And I think that's also one of our responsibilities when things like this happen to us, is to really recognize the little things that matter in life. So as simple as cooking a meal, or watering plants, or having a walk, seeing a loved one, whatever soothes your soul and calms your soul. So again, I just wanted to share these 4 tips for a daily routine. Sports, meditation, research, and treating yourself if you can build your routine, your daily routine around that, you will have definitely an easier time going through the job process. Thank you so much again for taking the time to listen. I really encourage you to comment below. I really welcome constructive feedback. Again, this is my first time, so any tips, tricks, anything you want to say to recommend, I will definitely take into consideration. I look forward to sharing more with you next time. So please subscribe below. And like I say, keep your balance in motion and make this daily routine perfect for you. It's all about adapting to your needs. So thank you again, and remember to subscribe, and please share any insight that you have. Thanks. Bye.